Hey Sagittarians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your January general reading here. So just a couple of quick announcements before I get into your meditation, which was, wow. I have opened some availability for personal readings. Yes. All of that is over on my website, which is listed in the description box below. I will say I do have limited availability within a relatively short time frame. I'm hoping to offer more as time goes on, but I did want to make sure and offer you guys some as we go into the new year. So I'm really excited to connect with you guys personally as well. I always love that. Also, registration is now open for my Be Your Own Intuitive course. I had the first round of that course last year. It went so well. It was the best group. So I'm really excited to do round 2 of that course. Again, that sign up information, all of the good is over on my website, listed in the description box below. All right, opening monologue over. Let's talk about this meditation. I saw an image of a black stallion. I saw 111 on the timer here. A black stallion, but it was like Black Beauty. And I think that's a book. I think Black Beauty was a book. I'm not positive, but it was like Black Beauty. And then I saw Black Beauty standing under a starlit night sky. It was very much like the star key, Aquarius energy. And there was a lighthouse off in the distance, and it shone on Black Beauty, and it was really cool. And I saw the words, "We are all made of stars," which is technically true, by the way. And I saw this, it was like this white horse come out of the Black Beauty or the Black Stallion and then reintegrate, and I saw the word integration. So I do wonder if that could be about, integrating two, halves of yourself, or light and shadow, but it feels like integration. And then I also saw on Black Beauty's flank was these constellation, these stars that were making this sort of like outline. It was really beautiful. It also felt very celestial or extraterrestrial or something. Like it was very, very special. But I also think about horse energy. Horse medicine is very much about allowing yourself to not just go with the flow. I feel like that's an understatement, but allowing yourself to be moved within the current that you're currently in. Not wishing for another current or thinking about it or trying to sort of, mitigate your pacing or the timing around something. Whenever horse energy comes up, sometimes it can be an indicator that, or a impetus to go, am I moving with the natural flow of things? Or can I be aware of any points of resistance within myself? I also feel like this could be also points of resistance within others that might be highlighted. And I'm just going to say this because I have found it to be true in my life and times, that sometimes when we are in a state of flow and acceptance and we are vibrating at a particularly high vibration, it can really piss off people around us that aren't of that vibration. Real talk. Real talk. I mean, you could be in a place where someone just is in a place where they're really negative, thinking the worst, assuming the worst, lacking to all of the things. They're having a hard time. As, by the way, any and all of us do, because guess what? We're having a human experience, right? But they're in that place and you are trying to help, or you're just being you and saying, well, hey, let's look at the silver lining, or hey, I hear that's where you are. I just want to say to you that all is well, or all is, what I mean? Or you just say, hey, I'm sorry to hear it, I'm here for you. Even that can piss someone off if they're just in a different place. Sometimes your mere presence and your energy, because it is such a contrast to theirs, is going to piss them off and trigger them. And that is coming through for you right now, I feel like is an indicator to say, allow that to be information for you, that it's not about you, not to take it personally, right? But also allow it to be a sort of, a opportunity for growth where you can go, okay, you know what? This person is where they are. I'm just gonna send them love from way over here on my beach under the starlit sky. The sand, by the way, on that beach was dark. Like a dark colored sand. Is that sulfur sand or something? I think that's the kind of sand they have in Washington State. It feels pertinent somehow. Anyhow, let's see what your animal energy is. Integration indeed, integration. Oh my God, I just got shivs. Shivs, shivvy me bibs. The black egg. Was I literally not talking about black beauty standing on black sand underneath the starlit sky? I'm so obsessed with this. Guys, can we just take a moment for appreciation and resonance? So let's talk about black egg. So first of all, this circle represents spirit, right? So whenever spirit shows up in animal energy form for your month, that is an indicator that you are on another level. Like you are in a place that is very, how do I say this? Divine, fated, destined, particular. Like it is not arbitrary. Okay? Yeah, this is, okay. Let's go. Let's go, Sagittarius. Let's go. You know, black egg is also specifically, I equate it to like a King of Swords energy, actually, black egg, because this is about your inner truth. Okay, let's talk about it. So I'm hearing you talk about the golden egg in relationship to the black egg in this deck. Okay. So the golden egg equates to like a Two of Cups energy, right? Because it's connecting with your heart space and allowing yourself to come from a place of like, I am you, you are me, we are one. You know, in unity, there can be no, you know, separatism and all of that good and true stuff, right? Black egg, though, is a bit more of a, how do I say this? And I don't mean this in like a, you know, disconnected way, but it's more of a dispassionate view. Like this is more of an observer, because if you think about the King of Swords, he is the great observer, right? He sees everything, but doesn't feel the need to share it with others, right? You will never know how deep that well goes when you have a King of Swords, right? Again, he sees everything, but knows when to speak on it. So it's the difference between being smart and having wisdom. Like what's that saying that smart people know things, but wise people know when to share them? Know when and if to share them? It's interesting, right? You know, I also feel like within this black egg as well, you know, the aspect of this, which is like your inner truth in terms of what is ineffable. Right? What is so inherent? What goes without saying? What aspects of your inner truth are unshakable and go without saying? What do you know to be true? Who is it? Is it Oprah that has a thing about that says like, I think she asks people that she interviews like the same question. She's like, what do you know to be true? And that's what I feel like the black egg is coming up to say and ask of you for this month, Sagittarius. What do you know to be true? Post-integration, the white and the black, right? What do you know to be true? Like white and black, like I can't, right? What do you know to be true? It feels very sturdy. It feels like it has a strong foundation. It feels unshakable. You know, whenever the black egg comes up as well, it's sometimes an indicator to, you know, connect in with the aspects of yourself that are, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but like separate or outside of public opinion or the opinion of those around you, right? And so I am kind of going back to the meditation in that way as well, is you can observe yourself and you can also observe other people. And if you can come from that place, then you're able to take a lot less personally and you can let a lot more roll off your back, okay? Because you know where you're coming from, right? You know you don't, you know, that you didn't do anything, you're not at fault, or that you're not right. You can also see it as, yes, you are a co-creator, however. That doesn't mean that you're at fault, air quote, or that you did anything, you know, out of order, but it does mean that you have co-created that experience of discord so that you could, you know, help integrate that energy into the collective experience and through the experience that you were having with this other mirrored soul. Good Lord, Sagittarius. What are you smoking? I say that without judgment. I'm like just being funny. But when I say, what are you smoking? It's like, it feels like an ascended master energy. It's like, I'll have what they're having. Page of Wands. This is really beautiful. So what's really cool about this is that this is you and your fire energy here, right? And this is the youngest energy of this particular court card suit, right? So it's Page of Wands, which denotes beginnings, bravery, and excitement about the future and path moving forward. This is beginning on something, or beginning, venturing out in a certain direction that holds a lot of potential. And you're excited about it. It's beautiful. I'm also really drawn to the red string here as well. Actually, I guess technically it's a ribbon, but the red ribbon, that they say it's a red string of fate. I do feel like there's an aspect here where you have, and I want to say it, but it feels positive, like latched onto your particular red string of fate, and you're following it through. Like, I see an image of you holding this and leading yourself into a forest of your unknown that is particularly exciting. I also want to say that this feels like the time right before it gets dark. But it feels like such a positive thing. The nighttime, the dark time, the unknown actually feels exciting for you as opposed to scary. How stunning. Obsessed. See this, like the black beauty and then the black gecko here, or lizard, really? Obsessed. Okay. Ooh. Yes. Okay. Sagittarius, seriously, what is happening? You just got the Page of Wands, and then what comes after the Page of Wands? The Knight of Wands. Are you in succession? Are these successive energies which show that you're in alignment and following the path? And I was just talking about following the red string through the woods. Stop and repeat. Okay, so Knight of Wands is fast, forward-moving energy. The Wands rule the realm of the actions that you take, what you're passionate about, what you desire, your creativity, your purpose in this world. Fast forward movement ahead. I want to say, though, you see the shadow aspect of the ostrich here? Its power, it's in its legs, right? This shadow aspect here, do you remember when I said I saw the black beauty and then the white horse come together, and I saw integration? And I said it could be an integration of your light and shadow acting as one and coming together to provide you, with a place of true balance and purpose. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Exactement. Okay. That one wanted to come out really badly, but I can't. Okay, this one wants to come out. Okay. I literally can't with this. It's the King of Wands. So it's so funny because it was like, I was tripping up, like it wanted to come out, and then it was like stubborn, and I had to like stop what I was doing and like collect it. I feel like there's a message in that actually. Okay. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. These are all in order. Okay, we're missing a queen technically. So it's almost all in order. It's like, don't discount the Queen of Wands here. She at the bottom? No, it's the Empress. So this is really interesting because the King of Wands here, this is why I'm really obsessed. Oh, the forest, obsessed. Here's why I really like this. The King of Wands knows when to move and when to be still. So it's like you are venturing off into a new journey from a place of, excitement and fervor and energy, integrating your shadow side so that nothing is keeping you from what you want, right? When we haven't integrated our shadow side, which means we haven't faced our fears, we haven't looked at the aspects of ourselves that are less than pleasant, when we have not initiated and engaged in that integration process, that can keep us from becoming a vibrational match to what it is we want. Remember, it's not about why you don't have what you want, it's about what's keeping you from getting it. What in you is keeping you from getting what you want? Because you are the creator of this reality, right? It's all about your choices. And then you get to the King of Wands, where you've reached the pinnacle of that energy, and you're going, okay, I know when to move and when to be still, right? I know how to conserve my energy, and I also know when to move when the timing is right. And because I know that, right, my aim and my mark is always true. I always hit my mark, right? That's the King of Wands. Sagittarius, all you have is fire so far. You are in such a place of alignment. Why do I want to hold you up as an example for energy right now for the collective? But I do. Woo! Okay. Let's get some clarifiers here. I'm so drawn to these red ribbons. Ooh, star at the bottom there. Talking about the star. I'm seeing one of those red string bracelets that people wear to represent the red string of fate. Something about that. Okay. Page of Wands. Clarifier, please, and thank you, please, and thank you. Very masculine energy here, by the way. Okay. Oh, God. Six of Wands. Just so many wands. First of all, I love that we have a horse, popping up here. This is really beautiful. So Six of Wands is victory, right? Success, completion, accolades, rewards. Remember when I said that it felt like you were venturing off onto a path that you were very excited about and that you had a lot of faith and hope in, and that it felt like a new path or a revitalization of a previous path? Are you serious? I'm also really drawn to this like wreath here, coming out of December. I do feel like this is you coming out of December into the month of January. You're like, da, 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 da. You feel recharged, you feel refocused, you feel integrated, whole, and grounded. And recognized too. There's this deep feeling of like, I feel appreciated, right? I'm really drawn to the golden fields here as well. I feel like there's some good money on the way as well. I feel like you can feel it. It's cool. Knight of Wands. Yeah, Six of Wands is that kind of victory where it's either an external victory that makes you feel good on, okay, I can't with this, that makes you feel good on the inside, or it's an internal victory or state of mind that helps manifest, victory and success in the 3D. Guys, what's going on? Why is this reading all wands? But I'm here for it. I've literally never had a reading like this before where it's like literally, we have one more to go, but this is insane in a great way, and they're also positive. So Three of Wands is venturing off into the path ahead. This is having all of your ducks in a row, having all of the needed information right. She's graduated from the Two of Wands, where she has been the divine architect of and made her own blueprint of her life, right? She has all the information. She's prepared. She's dotted all of her I's and crossed all of her T's, and thus she is ready to venture forward onto the next chapter. Three of Wands can also speak of travel, movement, happy or new relationships, right? This is you moving forward again with this red. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And I say this from a perspective of, it's less about the supposed to and exactly where you want to be, I should say. From a soul perspective. Not egoic perspective, but a soul perspective, right? What's the difference? Let me give you an example. So being exactly where you're air quotes supposed to be. Your parents value, this is an example, I've always valued money and thought that the only really respectable jobs were ones that were sure bets, like being a doctor or a lawyer. So you become a lawyer, you go to law school, you graduate, you get hired by a really prestigious firm, and you're up for the role of partner because you've worked 80-hour weeks and done everything that you were supposed to do, and that's you being exactly where you're supposed to be. Flip side, you're miserable. You hate going to work. This is just an example. You're feeling depressed. You don't exactly know why because you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You have more money than you could ever need, yet you're not happy and you don't know why. How you're successful at work. Everyone's really impressed by you. Your parents are proud of you. You eat your greens every day and go for a 3-mile run every evening. Why am I unhappy? That's being where you're exactly supposed to be, air quote. Now the difference is, Being exactly where you want to be means that it may not fit within other people's standards of what your life is going to look like, right? You may have a flip side, another choice of different road. Maybe, you're in this position at the law firm, you're up for partner position, but you go, you know what? I'm not where I want to be. I think this is where I should want to be. This is where my road has been leading me, but I'm actually gonna go find I'm gonna go eat, pray, love somewhere and figure out what I really want to do. And in doing so and taking that time, you remember that growing up, what you really used to love to do was paint and make art, and that it used to make you really happy. But then when your parents were like, you got to make more time for school so that you can go be a really successful lawyer, you stopped painting. You rediscover your love of painting, find that you're really, really good at it, and thus the world opens up for you because you're exactly where you want to be. You become a vibrational match to what you desire, and suddenly your new reality is setting your own schedule, still having all the money you need, but doing work that doesn't feel like work that you absolutely love to do, and you're excited to wake up every single day. That is the difference about being where you're supposed to be and being where you want to be. That's what it is, Sagittarius. And I'll tell you what, that energy is also tapping into a larger collective energy that we're looking at for this year as well. Oh, weird. You see the two ships here? Which ship is yours? Yeah. Okay, King of Wands. Also that's another point. Like, when you're exactly where you want to be, but it doesn't fit others' ideas of like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed. It's not a wand, but it's even better. When you are living the way that you want to live, and there are people around you that are living how they're supposed to while you're living how you want to, it also could trigger them. It could also piss them off because you're holding up a mirror, right? You're holding up a mirror to them, and by you enjoying your life so much, you are reflecting back to them how much they are not enjoying theirs. I'm not saying you're doing it, from a place of malice, or you're even doing it consciously. It's just an energy thing. So just a note to be aware of that as well, okay? The Fool. I don't know if there's a better note to end on. This might be, yeah, I think so. I think this is my favorite Sagittarius reading that maybe I've ever done. You got all wands except for the final, which is a major arcana in the Fool. This is my favorite major arcana, the Fool. This is a fresh, brand new start. This is like sauntering down the road from a place of such happy expectation. It's like you believe that everything is going to work out, and so it does. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy from the most positive and happy and light-filled point of view. This is the byproduct of integration. This is integrating your shadow and light selves. This is tapping into what is true for you that is ineffable and immovable and unshakable, indisputable, and not up for debate. What and where is your string of fate? Can you find the thread? Are you willing to follow it? Are you willing to take a leap of faith? We're talking about new ventures and roads. Are you willing to take that leap of faith? Align with that king energy of manifestation and making things happen and being, in a place of, forward movement and action, right? Are you willing to walk straight off that cliff because you know and trust in your bones that when you go off this cliff, you're not going to fall, but you're going to fly, right? Is she listening to... Girl's got headphones on, listening to some music. What do you think she's listening to? I Did It My Way by Frank Sinatra. Oh my God, I swear to God she's listening to My Way by Frank Sinatra. I'm so obsessed. But I feel like that's the core of this reading, is I Did It My Way by Frank Sinatra. I'm so obsessed. This is like that moment in class where your teacher goes, this is an essay, that was turned in, and I'm going to read this out loud to the class because this so well embodies the heart of the assignment. That's what I feel like this reading is, Sagittarius. Like, are you serious? Woo! So good. Okay. let's get an oracle. Ooh, okay. Ooh, spiral, that looks cool. Okay. The Earth Keeper. Let me go on. So first of all, 1 + 8 is 9. To all my fellow number adders out there, I know you exist. 9 is a point of, you know, the finish line before the final completion with the 10. 9 is a very powerful number. If you think about what the 9 represents in terms of these suits, right? 9 of Wands, which is about, you know, perseverance and moving forward from a place of strength despite the obstacles. 9 of Swords is about dream time, dream information, filtering through the wisdom of nightmares, right? 9 of Cups is ultimate wish fulfillment, right? Oh, do you hear that, dog? 9 of Pentacles is complete independent success and entrepreneurship and forging your own road ahead. I do feel like, you know, this is pertinent. I feel like the number 9 is strong with you this month. That's so weird because I just looked down when I said that and I went 6 + 3 is 9. Okay, so the Earthkeeper speaks of your connection and relationship to, well, the earth, right? But this is very much about being an example for, it's really in line actually, really nicely so. This is about being an example, right? Practicing what you preach. This is practicing what you preach and being the example. So this is not telling people what it is or showing people what it is or defending your life choices to your parents or your friends or defending yourself on social media or defending yourself to yourself or over-explaining or mansplaining or whatever else. This is being the example, being your own best example. The proof is in the pudding, allowing yourself to be the physical embodiment of everything that you stand for. That is the Earthkeeper. It's really funny how this is lining up the Black Egg with the King of Swords. Remember how I said the King of Swords is someone who sees a lot but says little? And the difference between being smart and being wise, right? It's interesting because the Earthkeeper is very much a similar energy where when you are the example, when you let your actions speak for themselves, words are rendered pretty unnecessary. And I feel like that's what this is because your words only hold so much weight and can only be received a certain way because people are going to, you know, with your word choice, your candor, your tone of voice, your delivery, all of that can be misinterpreted and lost in translation. But when you simply are, when you allow yourself to embody everything that you stand for, that is a different story that cannot be misinterpreted. Now, it might rub people the wrong way, and that's more about them than you, but you're being asked and guided and I want to say promoted to being your own example. That is also a beautiful, you know, effect of integration and balance, right? I'm going to say it again. This was my favorite Sagittarius reading ever. Whoa. Like, I'm so obsessed with this. Wow. Okay. This was your January general reading. I really hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments and I love my Sagittarians so much. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. But most of all, and as always, thank you, especially after this reading, honey. Thank you for being you and be well. Until next time.